Hello soulmates, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia, and in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to have a built-up neckline blouse. I've marked out my line, my horizontal lines. I've marked out the chest line, the bust line, waistline for the front, and the hemline for the front side and back. So before marking out, I made a margin. The essence of this margin is to enable me to the neck line styling, since it is the built-up neckline. So that was the excess of this margin. Measurements I'll be working with is bust 41, waist 33, half line 43, underbust 34. So for this tutorial, we'll be using the subtraction method. The bust circumference, the bust I'm working with is bust 41. My across front is 22.5, and then the back is 18.5. 22.5 divided by 2, I have 11.25. So on the chest line, I'll mark 11.25 plus 0.5 for ease. I'll have 11.5. This is 11.5. For the back, I have 18.5 divided by 2. I have 9.25 plus half 0.25 for ease. I have 9.5. But before I proceed, I will want to do the back tightening at the waistline 0.5 back tightening. Then connected to the neck like this. So for the waist, I have 30 waist 32 divided by 4 is 8. So on the waistline, I'll increase 8 here. Then for the back waistline, from this back tightening, I'll do 8. So for the hip, I'm working with hip 43 across bump. That's for the back part of the hip allocation. I have 23.5. Then for the front, I have 19.5. So 19.5 divided by 2 for the front, I have 9.75 plus 0.25 for hip. I'll have 10. There's it. I'll mark it. Then for the back, the across bump is 23.5 divided by 2. I have 11.75 plus 0.25 for this. I have 12. I'll mark 12. So this is the hip and first allocation method. So now I'm going to connect it like this. Then I'll connect it like this. This line is just temporary. I'll connect it like this. This is just a temporary line. You are still going to erase it, so you can as well use a broken line for this. So now I'm going to impute my bust span measurement. The bust span, that's the nipple to nipple measurement, is 4 on 4. I'll impute my 4 from the bust line 4, and then also on the hip line 4. I'll then connect the straight line. Same thing goes for the back. The back 4 here from the center, from this back tightening, I imputed 4. So for me to easily take it across to the hip line, I'll measure what I have in the corner. This I have 4.5. Then that means I'll put 4.5 here, and then same 4.5 here. The back that starts 1 inch below the chest line. So this is what I have. For the back intake, I'm going to measure what I have from this point to this point, then with this point to this point. I'll measure from here to here. I have 2.75. Then I'll continue from this point. I have 5. So whatever value I have, I'll divide it into 6. 5 divided by 6, I have 0.83. So the dart intake will be from here, 0.83 from this dart, the leg, I'll mark 0.83 here, then here, then also from this point 0.83, then I'll also mark here, then I'll also mark here 0.83, here as well 0.83, then here 0.83, also here 0.83. Then I'm now going to draw my dart leg. Same thing goes for here. This is the temporary line, this is the permanent line we are using for this. So every other line I do here is temporary. I'm going to erase it. So this is what we are working with. So I will quickly erase these other lines because we are actually done with it. Then at this point, I'll infuse my bust dart. That my bust dart is 3 inch. I'll mark 3 inch there, and I'll connect it to the points. So now I'm going to proceed to complete my armhole. So now I'm going to do the underbust tightening. So for the underbust tightening, if I want to do your underbust tightening, what you do is you're going to measure what you have from your waistline to your underbust line and then take it to the back. So from my waistline upwards to my underbust line, I have 3. So from the waistline at the back, measure 3 and draw, like, you know, a broken line across. You draw a broken line across this line. Just know that this line, we are going to erase it later on. So I'm going to just draw it so that you can see, but I'm going to erase it after now. So my underbust circumference is 34. The 34, I am going to divide it by 2. I have 17. So from the underbust line from the front, I'm going to measure out the 17, excluding the dart intake, where it cuts across the dart intake. So I'm going to measure out my 17, excluding this dart intake at the front and at the back. So I'm going to measure. Here I have 3.5. So I'm going to skip this dart intake and move to the next one and start measuring from the next one. So this point I have a 9.75. Then the 9.75, I'll move it to the side back. So the first dart leg, I have a 13.25. Then I'll move the 10 to the second dart leg. I have exactly 17. It's just exactly. So in cases like this, what you do is to do 0.5 inch on both sides of the underbust. You just do 0.5, it works. But if you have like if you have some, whatever you have remaining, you can actually take it, use it for the underbust tightening, divide it. But since I have no remaining, I'm going to do 0.5 on both sides of my dart leg at the underbust tightening. Then I'm going to connect it to the nipple point. So this is the underbust tightening. Then I'm proceeding to doing my shoulder tightening. For the shoulder tightening, I'll be using the 50% shoulder tightening. So first of all, I'll take the midpoint of my shoulder line, or my shoulder, the midpoint. This is the midpoint. Then I'll proceed to connect it to my nipple point with a straight line, like this. At this point, you have to cut this pattern so you can do the shoulder tightening properly. I will proceed to cutting this pattern here, like this. Then afterwards, let me extend this line like this so that I can easily cut through. I'm going to extend this line. So I will cut to this point, to my nipple point. Then after cutting like this, I'm going to close my bust dart. So as I close my bust dart, I automatically move my bust dart to this part that I opened, that I cut through. So what I'll do for the 50% shoulder tightening, you measure what you have from here, from this point, this opening. You measure what you have from here to here. So when you measure, make sure you measure properly. I have 4.5. Whatever value you have, you divide it into 2 for the 50% shoulder tightening. 4.5 divided by 2, I have 2.25. So my 2.25 is a bit outside of the shoulder. Is a bit outside of the pattern, but not to worry. Then I'm going to connect that point back to my nipple point using a straight line. This is how I'm going to do it. This part will not be needed, and this part is going to be cut out of the pattern. So this is 2.25. Then I might just, blend up this place. Since we've actually cut out this place, it has affected the shoulder measurements, right? Then we have to redraw our shoulder. And for us to effectively do that, we are going to cut open this place, the bust dart, like this. Please try as much as you can not to cut out. This was actually a mistake. Then I'm going to close this piece like this. If you can possibly not cut it out, it's fine. Then afterwards, I'm going to tape down. It's temporarily tape down, and I will then retake my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 15, which is 7.5. This is it. Then the shoulder slope is 1.5 from this point. Then I'm going to connect it to this neck. Then when you connect it, I'm going to redraw my angle. So to redraw your angle, we won't be needing this part again. We'll use these points here. Then you come with a curve and redraw the lower part of the angle. So even if the curve must not touch this place, you understand? So you make sure that you have a very smooth curve. It's not necessarily compulsory that it touches this point, as long as your curve is smooth. If it's also touching this point, fine, but let it be smooth. So since the design I'll be working with is the armhole princess, I'm going to draw the armhole princess style line. So for this, I'll be using point 3 for my armhole princess. Point 3. So this is point 1. At this shoulder tip is point 1. 2 inches away from it is point 2. This is point 3. 2 inches away from point 2 is point 3. So I'll be using point 3. Then I'll come with my curve, slight curve, and connect from that point to my bust point, like this. So before I proceed to cut out this, I want to work on the neckline, the top neckline. So what I'm going to do for the top neckline, there are different variations of the top neckline. So for this one, I'll go up by, say, depending on what you want, you can do to 1.5. I'll go up by 2 or 1.2 inch. I'll connect it straight like this. Then I will go in by 1.5, or you can do 2, or as the case may be. From this point, I'll first of all draw a perpendicular line here. Your line should be straight, right? Then I'll go in by 1.5 like this. Then before I proceed to the next part, I'll first of all measure. It's going to have this G depth, this G shape. So I'll measure the cleavage depth. Take note of the cleavage depth. For me, the cleavage depth I'll be working with is 6, or as the case may be 5, so it will not be too deep. I'll do 5 here. Then with my slight curve, I'll connect this from this point to my cleavage, or you can as well do 6, whichever one, depending on how deep you want it to be. This is it. So for the back, I'll do the same thing. I'll go up by 2 inch. Make sure that your lines are perpendicular and straight. 2 inch. So for this back, you can just take it across like this, or you can use your curve to make it a bit slight curvy at the back, like so. You can make it hard. You can keep it straight. You can make it lower depending on what you want. I think I'm okay with this. Then next, we are going to come in by half an inch here, half an inch, then half an inch at the back as well. Then you come in with your curve, and you're going to blend that point to the shoulder like this. See how I'm placing my curve? You blend like this. So this is the back, and then for the front, same thing. I'll blend. So this is it. This is the neckline for the back and for the front. I'm done with the neckline. So I can now proceed to styling the hem. For the hem, I want it to be a little bit exaggerated, like, you know, not my actual hip size. I'll go up by 1 for the front, and then for the back I'll go 1. I'll connect my curve like this, a bit curvy. The same thing for the back. So you can style the hem however you want to style. For me, I think I want a scallop hemline. I'm going to draw out the hemline. So I actually altered the style line for the front, for the center front. This back line, I altered it. So I did a 2 here, which I connected to this, and I returned it to the side as well. So I'm going to style the hemline like this. I'll go by half and 1 inch like this. Then I'll connect it. I want to maintain this top length. I don't want to alter the top length. I'll go by 1 inch. I'll also so this is styling the hemline. Then this here too, I'll go by 1.5, 1.5. This is the styling of the hemline. So this is how I'm going to style the hemline for this blouse. This is it. So for the back, I'll do the same thing as well. For the back, I'll go. This is 2. So this is how I'm styling back. So this is how I'm styling the hemline. So you can actually do whatever you want. So I'll also make sure that, you know, I get the same thing for the back. For this back. I think I actually did too much. Let me start styling this way. Let me start styling this way so I keep it more even and aligned. Let me start styling this. So this is what I'm working with. You know, I've done some quotations. So for the back, I'll be doing the princess dart as well. I'll connect to from this point to this point, and then I'll throw my armhole. Then I'll blend off this point. So now I can actually now proceed to cutting the armhole princess. So I'm going to cut through the armhole princess side line like this. I'm going to do it now. Afterwards, I will close my bust dart. Then I will proceed to blend up this crease to avoid sharp points. See how I'm blending it to avoid sharp points. Then I will cut. So at this point, I am done cutting out the pattern. This is this back, and then this is the front pattern. So I'll be transferring to fabric, and I'll be adding my seam allowances. For my seam allowances, I'll be working with 1/2 inch everywhere except the side seam and the center back, which is for the zipper. So for the side seams, I'll be working with 1.5 inch, and for the zippers allowance, I'll be working with 1 inch.
At this point, I'm done transferring to fabric and also cutting my lining. Before I transfer to fabric, I make sure that I interface my fabric. I didn't interface my lining. You can as well interface it. It's optional. So now I'm going to join the seams and join my bustier and everything.
At this point, I am done joining on and I am done ironing out. So I'll show you what it looks like front. This is what the inside looks like. I padded and I ironed out. This is what it looks like. So this is actually what it looks like. Well padded, and this is the neck. So I also iron the back, both lining and fabric. So what I'm going to do next now is to turn the hem and the neckline. I'll turn the hem and the neckline. So I'm actually considering, restyling the hemline, especially for the side, because I think I'm not liking it like this anyway. I will turn the neck like this. I will turn the neck, and then I will turn the hem, both for the front and for the back. At this point, I have turned it. I have reshaped the hemline, like I said. You see, it's no longer like straight. It is actually more curvy here. And I have turned it. I have turned it. So what I'm going to do now, I have also turned the neck. What I'm going to do now is that I am going to knot all these points. I'll properly knot, and then I will iron to the back. I will knot properly and I will iron. I'm going to knot it like this. Here. You be so careful so that you will not get to the thread is sewing line. Then you notch this point as well. Careful not to cut it too long, but not actually very, very close. So you can actually still notice this, or you can as well trim it off. If you want to trim it off, you can trim it off. I think I actually like to trim it off to reduce some sort of bulkiness around that place. I'll trim off. So you actually do the same for both the front and the back, and then you can proceed to ironing. So I'll continue off camera and I'll show you what it looks like after ironing. At this point, I am done pressing it, and this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. This is the hem. See how neat it is, and see how flat it is laying. This is it. This is the neck. I didn't use a hard bottom protocol. That's why it's kind of falling. But see the neck. See how it looks like. For the back, this is what the back looks like. So I will now go ahead to attach my zipper for the back, and then I will join my shoulder line like this. I will join the shoulder line like this. Same for this side. So I'll join it off camera, and I'll come and show you what it looks like after joining. I have turned the shoulder line, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I turned it exactly the way I turn your normal shoulder, where you have to place the front in between the main fabric of the back and the lining of the back. So now for you to, since it's a curve around the shoulder line, for you to effectively relax, I'll have to go inside and notch around that curve area so it can relax properly. So I'll just make my notches, like 1 or 2 notches, and it will relax. You can also, trim out the seam allowance if you want to, but I will not be trimming out mine. This is it. You just notch it. And you see that it's going to now effectively relax. See the other side I did not. See how it is. see that it's not relaxing well, if you try to, it's not relaxing well. So you just have to notice. You just have to notice. See this one that I already know, see how it is relaxing well. So you can also not then go and iron before I will join the side seam. When I join the side seam, then I will show you the outcome of this dress. At this point, I'm done with the top. This is what it looks like. See how it looks like. See how scallop the end. I see this of neckline. That's it. See how beautiful it is. So this is the front, and then this is the back. So for the back, I'll zip it up. I actually noticed that it's a bit higher when in starting there I want to draw my neck. There's a fitting issue. So when you are making yours, I suggest you bring it down. Like I actually went up by 2. Then for this shoulder line, for this neck here, then for the back, I think I came down by half an inch. So when you are making yours, I suggest you come down more. Try to come down maybe 1.5, so you will not have this issue here. I don't know. So you don't have this issue here. So this is what it should look like. See, it's now more relaxed. See the back. See how flat it is laying. And the front. I absolutely love the front here. But me to actually rock this, I'll have to just open up the zip. So I'll be more comfortable. See how it is. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I don't know the sleeve I'm doing. I'm going to sleeve of your choice.
So do not forget to like, share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye.